A little Bowser just walking in place there. And then, So you see where I'm going with this. Got my Bowser's moving in place. Well, hello, it's your Shonie Boy here, and I figured since I'm going to be editing a video anyway, I might as well show you the magic that goes into it. We can have a little fun here. So, I'm working on a video called Super Bowser RPG. It's going to involve my new Bowser plushie, some other plushies I have, but forget that for now. Let's just dive right in. So, I like to keep organized. I got my projects folder here. Video game related, Mario Brothers, Bowser. Okay, I've got my Sony Vegas file, my general shop file. Right now I'm working in everything. This is where I keep all the elements and videos that are going to go into the video file itself for the Sony Vegas file. So the last thing I was working on was Bowser walking. As you can see, I got a Photoshop file for that right here. So I already started a little bit, as you can see. I'll show you what I do to achieve this. So I recorded this Bowser plush, as you can see with my stick over here. In my garage, I painted a wall blue with a low matte blue, so you know the light doesn't reflect too much off of it. And I just try to get it as even as I can, but I'm going to be editing it to this more pure blue anyway, just because I want to get rid of the stick. This background was just to make it easier in Photoshop, this blue wall background, so I'll show you what I do. Got the timeline down here. So this is the MP4 file that I recorded off my camera. I've imported it into Photoshop. So all I'm going to do is go up here to the object selection tool. Going to select Bowser. You know, it's going to take a little time. My computer's getting a little old. So if there's any parts to clean up, like right here, I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, this is simple. I'm just going to take the blue from the last shot. And then, actually I need to select inverse. Now I can do that. Boom. And look at that. So let's go and do the next frame. Quick selection tool. Oop, that's not the one I want. Okay. It appears I have to select inverse each time. So boom, we got that. So I'm just doing this frame by frame. If you look down here, you can see. So select that one. It doesn't always work out perfectly. Gotta clean up a little right there. All that really matters to me is that this is clean, even, and that the stick is removed. So again, select inverse. Gonna get the brush tool. Boom, blue background. So you can kind of see where this is going. Got some motion here, and you'll see why I'm doing this in a bit. If you just hang on to the end of the video, you'll see why I want this perfectly cut blue screen of Bowser, because obviously green is not going to work. He's got green in him already. So I'm going to go ahead and just pause here and do the rest of this, and then you'll see the final result, so hang tight. Okay, so I just spared you all of that editing in Photoshop, and I'm going to show you the final result. So let's bring this back here. Here we go. We've got Bowser just walking in place, walking in place. The reason I have him walking in place is because in this Super Bowser RPG video I'm making, I imagine him having different movesets or movements while he's on the screen. It'll all make sense later. Just hang in there, okay? For now, we got this nice, slick, clean blue editing here. Okay, look at that. Everything is solid. That looks good to me. Edges are neatly cut. You know, it's just a more vibrant blue, and it's going to translate better when I put it into my video editing software. And most importantly, that stick is gone. So let's go ahead and export this, render video. It should be rendered in the same way it was recorded in, you know, and it automatically knows 23 frames, 1920 by 1080. So let's go ahead and render that. And here is the edited job from Photoshop. Beautiful, just beautiful. So I've got these other ones I did in the garage. I would imagine this is going to be Bowser blowing fire, you know, when he's going on the offensive. This is him taking a hit, you know, just a basic hit. This is him taking a more extreme hit, you know. Looks like he goes off frame just for a little bit, but that's okay, that can be fixed. This is miss, because I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, but something's going to happen there. maybe he pulls out an item. You know, it's a work in progress. This is just the very beginning of this project. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. Yes, save that. I'm going to stick, let's see, we did Bowser walking. Let's do Bowser fire next. We just dropped that in here. Okay, same thing as before. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to hit the object selection tool. I'm going to put that around Bowser. Okay. A little bit of cleanup here. Okay, watch all these little spots here. Okay, I'm going to select inverse, push B on the keyboard for brush, and then boom. Okay, and I should save this. Bowser Fire PSD file. Always save. I habitually save all the time. Control S. It takes just a second to save, guys. You don't want to lose all your progress. So let's see, I need to zoom in. Next frame. Same thing. Object selection tool. Get that around Bowser. Do any cleanup if you have to, like right there. This thing's tricky. Recording him in front of the blue wall just makes it easier when I'm editing like this later on. So let's go ahead and select inverse. Boom. So again, I'm going to skip ahead. I'm not going to go through all this right here. This will take forever. So hang tight. Okay, now that we've edited all of those MP4s in Photoshop, I'm going to open Sony Vegas, my video editing software. I'm going to come over here, get ready. We're about to see the real fun here, okay? Got all these edited videos. Let's import it. This background image right here was actually, I commissioned a guy who does art for me for a lot of my projects. This is actually for an unrelated project called Pokegate. If you're a fan of Gen 1 Pokemon or Pokemon at all, I'll leave a video at the end so you can go check out my other channel, but that's here nor there. Let's just focus on this project. So I've got all these bad boys imported in. So if you're in Sony Vegas, you'll hit the FX right here on the actual video itself, Event FX, click that. Go ahead and go to Chroma key. And as you can see, the blue is completely gone. So over here, I'm gonna mess with these a little bit. See, it's a little dark. Just go a little light. And I want to look for any spots like I'll see on Bowser's feet. It's kind of blending in. The chroma key is kind of getting confused and taking that out. So I'll just lighten up a little. Boom. Perfect. You could even make this a preset for all the other ones, but it's such a simple adjustment that I'm not going to do that. So again, chroma key. Take that blue out. Boom. Boom. Chroma key here. Take the dark out. That. You could have fun too, like with the blur amount. See, it's like he's in a dream. Ooh. He's talking to you like Obi-Wan. But you know, whatever. Last one. Double click the chroma key here. Whoop. Woo. Look at that. So I need to create some space. I like to try to stay organized in my video projects, so here, insert video track. Projects like these tend to get pretty stacked, so I'm actually just gonna make a few more. Call this video 4. This will go down at the bottom. Probably gonna need even more, but for now, just do that. So I'm gonna stack all these, right? Got all my Bowsers moving in place. Let's bring this forward so you can see. So I'm gonna hit the crop tool here. Now since this was a should be done in 1920. Because that's what I filmed then. So these should all match. You'll understand what I'm talking about in a sec. Now I'm not, for the future of this video, I'm going to actually record more plushies, like the backsides of my Yoshis, because they're going to be fighting Bowser, right? This is my RPG field. I'm going to have text boxes, attack dialogue, all kinds of stuff. You know, this is just the very beginning. So I'm not actually going to have all of them on the field like this, but just for now, for fun, I'll just demonstrate. I need to size them up anyway and kind of have them all in the same place. Because this is where Bowser's going to be fighting. Like in my head, I imagine him fighting here. And I'm going to be doing different, well, not animations, but different move sets for him when he gets hit, when he's walking. You know how this works. So I'm going to kind of just get them all grouped in place now. And I can insert the video I need when I need it. So like when Yoshi sends an egg flying into Bowser's face, you know. It could be time to clip to that video. Last but not least, we get this guy. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at all my Bowsers. Okay, so there's one thing to note. I'm getting ahead of the game. I really should film my other plushies and set up the playing field, like have the two opponents who are going to fight, but you know, there's going to be a lot of in between. That's going to be Yoshi's turn or Donkey Kong's turn or whatever toy I'm going to grab to fight Bowser. It's going to be their turn. So, you know, I got to move in here. But you know what? I think a better one to demonstrate would be the walking in place one. I think it's that one. Yeah. You know what? They might need to go further up. Yeah, I think that's a better part of the field right there. So what I'm trying to demonstrate is like, look, he walks in place, right? We need to make this seamless. Because if I just repeat the video, watch. See, there's kind of a jump there, and I think it doesn't look that great. Instead, what I'll do is I'll put a second video down here and I'll click reverse. So he's just going to go in reverse. But it does look seamless, you know? And I can just stretch that out as far as possible. See where I'm going with this? And while I'm doing other stuff on the battlefield, like Yoshi, you know, I have his little text box here, you'll see attack, item, whatever. This is what Bowser's doing in the meantime, while we're waiting for his opponent to attack. And let's say he does get attacked. See, I could put this up here now. You could go from here to... Now I gotta fix that. Because remember, I moved him up earlier. I moved stationary Bowser up. You know, this isn't going to be perfect, but whatever. Whatever. Alright. Yeah, see, a little jarring it clips like that. But it's good enough. Can always play with it later. I think it looks cute. Got my little Bowser just walking in place there. And then... So you see where I'm going with this. I think that's enough for now. Okay, the next step for me is to really go back into my garage where I painted my wall and find other opponents for him and get them recorded. And then we can import those to Photoshop and go from there. And we'll get into the real fun of this video where I'm going to actually set up the fight itself. You know, we're going to establish what the text box looks like and what enemies he's going to fight and what the attacks are going to look like. And eventually we're going to get the sound design. We got to figure out the music and, you know, if I'm going to use music from Nintendo or commission someone, or if I'm just going to use my own music, yada yada yada. I think that's it for today. This video's pretty long already, so I hope you were able to gain some insights from this. I hope you kind of saw a little bit of how I do certain things for certain projects. Not all projects are the same, but for this one it's a little more detail oriented. I did hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more editing tutorials about this particular video and Super Bowser RPG. Have a great day. Bye.